Hi, Mia T-Rex here, and today I want to talk to you about detox symptoms during a juice fast, which can happen anywhere between the first and second day of a juice fast, all the way up until the 10th day or so. My first juice fast, I think it took till the 6th day till I was over my detox symptoms. And I was sitting by myself today and I was thinking, have I even talked about detox symptoms? I don't even know if I've done a video on that yet, but just in case I haven't, why don't I do this? Okay, so here it is. When you do a juice fast, the more crappy foods you eat, like processed foods, fast food, things with preservatives, high salt, fat, and sugar content, the more you drink alcohol, the more you are addicted to caffeine, all of the things like that. The more messed up you are because of the crap that you ingest, the harder it's going to be. And I have found there to be exceptions. Some people hardly get detox symptoms at all, and they should. You would think, but they don't. Most people do though. So prepare yourself. If you're worried about it and you think, wow, I really feel like crap and I've really abused my body, I better take it slow. If you want to do that, take some psyllium husk. Go online and research it. It'll tell you exactly what to do with psyllium husk. You buy it at the store. It's not that expensive. You mix it with water or smoothies for a few days and it empties you out. Your digestive system, that is. That's nice, because it pre-clears everything for your juice fast, if you're worried about that. Another thing you can do is take bentonite clay. Some people swear by bentonite clay to absorb the toxins out of your system, to start a little early. So you can do that. Another thing you can do is just ditch all of the fast food, all of the processed food, start eating raw fruits and vegetables for 2 to 3 days before you get started. That's going to get the detox process rolling, okay? And it's going to start letting those things get out of your system. Now, if you're a coffee drinker, start going for the half calf. Start cutting it down, start drinking less and less. You can do it. You're going to need to do it while you're fasting. Don't drink coffee while you're fasting because it messes with your metabolism. You know, don't do anything while you're juice fasting except drink juice, okay? And water, and coconut water, and herbal decaf tea, okay? Stuff like that. Just because it's liquid does not mean that it's okay on a juice fast. Vegetable broth has salt and other additives in it. Don't drink that. Don't drink soda. Don't drink wine or alcohol. No alcohol while you're juice fasting. No, no, no. See, we're trying to detox here. So, during the detox, okay, I'll just tell you what happened to me. You could go back and watch the video. It's right here. Click on that if you want to see some of the scenes from my first juice fast and some of the things that I was talking about that I experienced during my first juice fast. If you don't want to watch that video though, I'll tell you, it's been, God, what, 4 years? I don't know. It's been a while, so I'll try to, as good as I can recollect it. I think the second day I started having detox symptoms, things like a little bit of headache, a little bit of dizziness, lightheadedness, just generally feeling kind of crappy and groggy and lack of energy, you know, stuff like that. Cranky. I was emotional and cranky, yeah. But I felt so crappy before I started my juice fast that I didn't really notice the detox symptoms as much as I would have, I think. I was extremely sick. I was extremely messed up. Go back and look, you'll see. So you're going to feel things like that. Now, one of the things I want to warn you about, this is very important. After Rob and I, back then, when I was with Rob, back when we just first got into switching over to all plant-based diet and taking all the preservatives and stuff like that out of the diet, I think he did a juice fast with me too for the first few days when I did my first one. At one point, he ended up passing out. He fainted. And I was really worried. You know, it's not typical to faint during a juice fast, okay, during detox. That's not going to make you faint, so don't worry about that, okay? But at one point he did. I said, let's just go get you checked out. The doctor said this, and this really opened my eyes. You've switched from processed food with very high sodium levels to no sodium, hardly at all, and a plant-based diet and juice fasting. The standard American diet has so much salt in it that if you make a change and you just stop, your body has been so used to dealing with these high salt levels. It's an incredible machine. And so it's gotten used to it, and it's adjusted, and it's gotten to where that's the new normal. So the changes that it's gotten used to is retaining a lot of water and fluid in the tissues and even in the blood. Okay, so there's excess water. Your blood is diluted because you're retaining water even in your blood as well as your tissues because of high sodium intake. And this is the case for most people. So most people are, their bodies are accustomed to living in a state that it's not even natural to live in. So I wonder why we're getting so much disease and so many problems with our bodies. They're going haywire, duh. So anyways, they said what happened was his body actually thought it was dehydrated. It wasn't dehydrated, but the body thought that it was dehydrated because all this fluid suddenly came out of the blood, and the blood's much thicker all of a sudden, and the body said, oh my God, this isn't normal. It actually was normal. This is the way it should be. But the body was tricked for so long into thinking that a certain thing was normal that it just adjusted and went, all right, I accept it. This doesn't feel right, but okay. So that's why he passed out. And during a juice fast, the first few days, until your body really figures it out and adjusts, your body's going to think it's dehydrated. Make sure you're not actually dehydrated by drinking a lot of fluids. But your body may think that it's dehydrated, and you might get, you know, kind of, I feel kind of dizzy and lightheaded. I feel weird. I feel, you know, all the things I feel when I'm dehydrated. So just make sure to drink a lot of extra water during that time. You should during your whole juice fast anyways, in between juice. You should be doing that. Make sure you're drinking 3 32-ounce glasses of juice a day and keeping it at that 80% vegetable, 20% fruit ratio. No more fruit than that. You try to keep your fruit levels down. That's all about detox. That's not everything, and it's different for everybody, and it's different each fast that you do. Trust me, I've done tons and tons of fasts over the last 4 years, and it's always different every single time. I've worked with hundreds of people, and I've only had I think 3 people ever tell me it actually made them throw up. But that is so incredibly rare. And if it does get to a point where you're having trouble handling the detox and you're like, I can't handle this, then slowly, gradually go into it. Just get ready for the detox. Make sure that you have, you know, things in place to cope with those things that I mentioned. And if you can, take some time off of work if you have to work. Take 4 days if you can, and then take 2 days, and then a weekend, and then 2 more days. That should give you enough time to get through that whole first, you know, however many days. This is Mia T-Rex from Portland, Oregon. I'm doing it, and you can too.